Symphogear is an anime not a lot of people know about. Its notability only grows through word of mouth, and that's rather strange considering the praise it gets from its dedicated fanbase. Now, I'm not saying it's an unpopular show, for it certainly is. I just want to know why it doesn't have the widespread impact an anime Goliath like My Hero Academia has, because as far as I can see, Symphogear does have the potential to reach those heights, because when done right, the result is something like this. However, its presence on social media in the West is little more than a whisper. Where are the live reactions, the podcasts, the episode reviews? Why are we not seeing the opening sequences trending on Twitter? Most of the seasons can be legally streamed, so it isn't a problem of access. It's got the mainstream appeal. And while we're at it, how come there's no Symphogear promotion in crossover fighting games? Surely Symphogear would fit right into something like BlazBlue or Jump Force. It's essentially tailored for it. It's a good way to give it a significant signal boost. But that isn't the case. Instead, Symphogear has to rely on general appeal to draw in audiences. But that's rather tricky when Symphogear has such a broad catalogue of genres, which is good when you're already watching, but it makes it hard to recommend. It's not easy trying to paint a picture of an anime when it's coming at you with all of this. Going back to what I said about My Hero Academia, an anime with a massive amount of influence, you might say it's only become a success because of the production value and story, but let's first draw some parallels to these two series. Getting the obvious out of the way, the epic fights. Now let's look at each titular character, Deku and Hibiki.
拳でどうにかなることって簡単な問題ばかりだ。自分にできるのが些細なことばかりで本当に悔しい。自分でもわからないんだ。手が届くと言われていても立ってもいられなくなって助けたいと思っちゃうんだ。
Both characters are similarly frustrated and powerless in regard to the problems they face, that they do not yet have the answers to. Not only that, but both have immense strength that have fatal drawbacks. In addition, they have that trademark spirit and heroism that general audiences love. The list goes on. When you look at these similarities, you can kinda see how odd it is that they are not in the same league with each other. Well, I think I have a few reasons to explain all of this. Firstly, remember when I said earlier it was available on streaming services? But I never said it was simulcast. You see, with the seasonal anime climate, an anime like Symphogear will go unnoticed, because it only gets streamed roughly a year from its initial release. It loses its relevancy because it isn't available at the critical moment where it will have the most effect. So here are my closing thoughts. Symphogear is something everyone should try, because it's a load of fun in a lot of ways, but if it's going to break out into the mainstream, it needs to get its licensing sorted out. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but what I do know is that it's 4 seasons strong, with a 5th on the way, and I highly encourage anyone curious to try it out and engage with our community, because that's all Symphogear fans want at the end of the day, to share this great anime with whoever we can. I hope you enjoyed this video. Cheers.